What's this? You know what?
Okay.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm very lucky again to have my mum with me this weekend. The Swiss Army knife of person she is. She's going to be my soigneur, video woman, and also help me out at tomorrow's race. So it's currently Saturday. I'm just about to head out for my usual 90-minute race prep ride, and hopefully have a nice little calf stop with halfway with mum. So yeah, about to head out, ready for tomorrow's race.
Alors ce sera le numéro 314, 09. Et tu viens de Loudéac.
It's more about showing the people, you know, what I do before a race. And polishing my helmet is what I do before a race.
I wish you good luck.
Thank you. It'll be fun. Feeling good.
Good.
Yeah.
All right.
Ready to give it some.
Catch you at the other end, hey?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Might be a bit more tired after. We'll see.
Maybe. Cycle like the wind, mister.
Yeah.
See you later.
Voilà, on sera en programme tout seul, ce serait bien, donc on va tout simplement aller disconnecter par le cyclo.
Right.
Dans la porte.
Il y a quelques dizaines, puisque on a, je pense, pilotage d'Open 1.
So I've skipped to the end of the first lap here. This is the main road coming back into town. We've got a strong tailwind, and this is basically how I went from the back of the race to off the front solo in half a lap. Mum forgot to give me some bottles at the start line, so it meant I had no water for the first lap, so straight away I wanted a bottle, and as you can see there, I dropped it. This is because of how fast we were coming into town, and it wasn't very ideal to be getting bottles. So at the time I thought I was in a good place here. I had to focus quite a bit on getting that bottle off Mum, or trying to, rather than my positioning, and with the tailwind coming into town and the twist and turny corners around here, it was hard to tell actually where you were in the race. I thought I was in a good place, but as I'm about to find out in a minute, things are about to not go well, and I'm going to realise how far back I am. So it's really this last corner out of town. We turn a road where it's a crosswind section, leaving town, and this is basically where I realise I'm not in a good situation. There is a group that slipped off the front that are getting away in this crosswind, and no one is willing to pull, as shown from that hand signal from that guy. Basically I'm going, wow, if I don't do something here, this is my race over. This group's getting away at speed, people aren't going to want to work here. I'm going to have to take matters into my own hands and try and chase it back by attacking. So after that guy pulls away, I basically go for it and bridge across to this group in front. And as soon as I do that, I'm thinking, don't sit at the back, move up as quick as possible before the next corner and before we get onto this next part of the course, which is the smaller narrow roads, which means less people are likely to move up. And once I turn this corner, I realise again how I'm in a bad situation, how strung out it is. There's riders going backwards everywhere. As you see from the guys on the left, they're practically sprinting to get across to these moves, and it is completely strung out. So I'm having to use a lot of energy here to get across to these, all because of a bottle basically. So yeah, as you can see, I'm now bridging across to this next group that's on the road on my own again. I'm not really saving much energy, but you don't really have much choice in a situation like this. And again, I think the best option is to get to the front of this group rather than sitting on the back. And if it is splitting up as much as it looks, to try and get to the front and pull some turns so this group can actually stay away. There's a fair amount of riders in it, but the way it's split up coming out of that lap, that basically I need to be on the front foot all the time, so stuff like that doesn't happen again. But I think these people in this group don't really realise what's going on behind, so they're just sitting up and not really pulling. So I'm shouting a bit, getting people to work, and then I decide that it's probably best if I go to the front and try and pull a turn. So that's what I do here, but actually it ends up being an attack. I go off the front, I turn my head and then realise, oh, I've got a gap here. We're 1.5 laps into a 17 lap race, and it could be a long day out front. So wasn't really planned, but I just put my head down and kept riding. So this is about 10 minutes of being out the front, and sure enough, a group of 5 or 6 riders joins me. That will be the main part of the break for the day, so it gives me a bit of respite. I jump on the back and sit on the back to rest and recover on this tailwind section back into town. yeah, it's good. I'm happy we've got a decent amount of riders. I'm also then telling Mum here that it's too fast and she needs to move up if I'm going to get the bottle, because I've still done 2 laps with no bottle yet. So by this point we're about 10k into the race, and I'm thinking this could be a long day out front, so fueling is going to be very important. So I start taking gels about every 20 minutes. I'm also sipping on a high carb drink when I eventually get a bottle from Mum, and fueling frequently and often throughout the race. As a group we're working really well, we've got a big gap, and it's all good how I want the race to go pretty much for the first part.
Voilà, adesso in arrivo dopo. Avanti dopo.
God, Jack. That was...
So pissed off.
I know, I'm being
I've gone
self...
from gonna win it to 4th. I get
Yeah.
nothing out of it.
I know, I
It felt
second.
so good as well. That's
I
the
know.
best I've felt all year.
Oh, that's amazing.
I didn't know what to do, to be honest. I either stop pulling with him and we get caught,
Yes.
and I get 4th place, or I pull and we could have stayed away. This is why I love French racing. Last time I won a drill. This time, Primo's money, 50 euros, all in change. Only in France. Good thing it's going towards baguettes and coffee, and nothing important. But yeah, it's going to be a bit annoying in the back pocket. So here we are, a couple of hours after the race. I thought I'd film it, have a bit of time to think about the race, as last time I got a bit of stick after giving my initial reaction. So yeah, I got 4th place in the end. I was pretty gutted straight after, but it's probably the best day I've had on the bike this year. I couldn't feel my legs until about an hour and a half in. I was in every move. I was off the front solo after a lap and a half, which is not somewhere I wanted to be, but I sort of kept on with it. A group joined up with me, and I was on the attack the whole race. 3 laps to go. I was in a move with another rider, and we were working really well, and to be honest, I thought it was a done deal with a lap to go. I thought we'd had a big gap, and I thought I'd either get a win or a 2nd place. And as always in cycling, things haven't turned out like that for me. And there was 2 riders chasing down on us, and they brought the gap back a lot in this last lap. And the rider I was with 2 kilometers to go, stopped riding. Yeah. And so I've had 2 choices. I have to stop as well and get caught, or try and bring it home. So I just kept riding because I didn't want it to come down to a sprint, as it's something that didn't suit me. So yeah, kept riding, and we got caught with 200 meters to go. And sure enough, 2 riders went past me and I got 4th. Yeah, so a bit disappointing, but you know, being so close to a win. But it shows the form's there and good for the coming week. So it's 14th of July here in France today, so me and Mum are gonna go out and have a nice meal for Bastille Day. Results like this don't come around very often, so I've realised I've got to appreciate and enjoy them when they come around. So I'm going to enjoy myself tonight, focus on the next goals. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video and insight to my weekend. Make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one.